by 70 times. And I am giving you my satisfaction. I will never be angry with you. And this is when they say, وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُعَذَّبِينَ أَفَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَيِّتِينَ. We are not going to die. وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُعَذَّبِينَ. And we're not going to suffer. No more suffering whatsoever. No more any kind of suffering. Allah is pleased with us. Allah loves us. Allah is rewarding us. It is finished. We will never know any kind of suffering. And they come back to their wives, and they find their wives so much more beautiful. And they said, wow, what happened? You're so much more beautiful. And their wives say, yes, we have seen Allah, and His light came on us, and since then we are shining also. And they say, you also are so much more beautiful. And they said, yes, we also have seen Allah, and His light came on us, and we are shining more. And since that time, dear brothers and sisters, some people will not see Allah again. Some people will see Him once in a year, once in a month, once in a week, once every day, depending on degrees of each one. MashaAllah. So, we were saying about the occupation of day and night in Jannah. So in daytime, people go around and visit each other and discuss and have food and drink, and anyone can do what he wants. As Rasulullah ﷺ said, there was one person in Jannah, he says, Ya Allah, I want to plant. I want to plant. And Allah says, well, I have given you everything. Why do you want to plant? He says, well, I like planting. I enjoy doing that. Allah says, okay. So Allah gives him earths, lands, and he starts planting in the morning, and in the same day that will grow up, and he will take it, etc. And he likes doing that. So whatever you like to do, mashallah, you will find. And the night program, that is day program, and the night program, mashallah, the night there's work. What is this work in paradise? Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, إِنَّ أَصْحَابَ الْجَنَّةِ الْيَوْمَ فِي شُغْلٍ فَاكِهُونَ. Paradise people today are happy in their job. They have a job, they have a work. What is that work? That work is Faddul Abkar. That means breaking the virginity. That is their work. Breaking the virginity of the Hurlain and their wives. MashaAllah, that is the work by night. I'm going to tell you a story to understand a bit about the women of paradise. This story was in time of Tabi'een, and it was the time of jihad, and the Emir of the army was named Abdul Wahid, and he was motivating people in masjid to go to jihad, and he read this verse of Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ اشْتَرَى مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ أَنفُسَهُمْ وَأَمْوَالَهُمْ بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Allah has bought from believers their persons and their wealths in exchange of Jannah. And one young boy, he was 15 years old, stood up and said, Allah has bought from us? He said, yes. He said, well, I have sold to Allah. And the Emir said, no, this is a question of war and dying, and I am afraid that you will not be able to stand that. That means you're going to run away if you see people dying in this. And he said, what? I sell to Allah and I can't take on my word? I am taking you witness and taking Allah as witness that I have sold my body and my wealth to Allah. And this boy was very rich. He had inherited a fortune, and he gave away all his money, even his house, just kept a horse and what he needs to go to jihad, and gave everything. So he took a one-way ticket. And the Emir says, when we were on the way to jihad, كان الغلام يقوم الليل ويصوم النهار ويخدمنا ويرعى دوابنا ويحرسنا إذا بتنا. The boy was praying by night, fasting by day, preparing our food and our needs, and taking care of the horses, and guarding us by night. That was on the way to jihad. He was praying by night, fasting by day, making foods and needs for us, taking care of the animals, and also guarding us by night. And when we reached the place of jihad, one morning the boy came out of his tent and he was saying, وَشَوْقَاهُ إِلَى الْعَيْدَاءِ الْمَرْضِيَةِ. Oh, I am so in need. I can't patient. I can't wait for al-aina al-mardiya. I want that so much. I just can't stand for it. And they said, well, poor boy, he must have had too much effort now. He's ruined his brains. Something's happened to him. And he came and he said, I have been taken by a sleep, and someone came in my dream and told me, come, I'm going to show you your wife in Jannah, al-aina al-mardiya. So I went with him. We went together and we reached a river of water like crystal. And around this river there were women. I never had seen such women. Whatever I have seen in dunya, whatever beautiful women I've seen, that's nothing to do. Such beauty, it's nothing to do with it. So I came there and I said, أَفِي كُنَّ الْعَيْنَاء الْمَرْضِيَةِ. Aina al-mardiya is here. Aina al-mardiya means the one that has big eyes and is beloved. The beloved one with big eyes. Is she here, al-aina al-mardiya? They said, no, we are her slaves, we are her servants. Go ahead, servant of Allah, Abdullah. So we continued ahead and we reached a second river, a river of milk that is always fresh. And around that river there were women, iftatantu bihinna. I fell into their charm. I was charmed by them. Now there's no more ghad al-basar, keep your eyes down or hold yourself. No, that is not something you can resist. There's no, that's too much. I was charmed. I could not control myself anymore. And I came, I said, is the Aina al-Mardiya amongst you? They said, no, we are her slaves. We are her servants. Go ahead, Waliyullah, ally of Allah. So we continued. And we reached a third river, a river of wine, delicious wine. Around this river, there were some women. It made me forget all those before. That is something else, other level. And I came, I said, is Aina al-Mardiya amongst you? And they said, no, we are her slaves, we are her servants. Go ahead, Habib Allah, beloved of Allah. So we continued. And we reached a fourth river, a river of pure honey. Around this river, there were women who made me forget all those before. That is another kind of beauty again. And I came, I said, is Al-Aina al-Mardiya amongst you? They said, no, we are her slaves, we are her servants. She is in this tent. So I looked, and there was a tent made of one pearl, one unique, enormous pearl, which was empty inside. And in front of the tent there was a woman. She had clothes and garments that I cannot describe, golden things that I cannot describe. So I went there, I went to her, and I mean herself, how she was beautiful, I cannot say anything about it. I cannot describe it. So I reached her and she said, welcome to the husband of Aina al-Mardiya. And she looked in the tent, in the palace, and she said, Aina, be happy, this is your husband coming. And she said, go in, I am her slave, I am her servant. So I went in, and there she was, on a bed of gold, decorated with precious, with diamonds and things. And she said, oh, welcome to my husband. And I went to kiss her, to hug her. She said, no, you cannot touch me yet, because you have the odor of dunya. You have the odor of life. But tonight, you're going to break your fast with us, as he was fasting all the time. And he said, no, I don't want tonight. I don't want to come back. I want now. And I woke up. And he was telling to the others what happened, what he had seen, what were the details, how was this, how was that, when the enemies arrived. So they entered in the battle, and the Emir Abdul Wahid said, I counted 9 kuffar, 9 of the enemies that the young boy had killed before he was hit, and I passed by him. He was losing his blood, and he was laughing, and he was happy until he died. MashaAllah. So this is to give us an image about how things are in paradise. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the water in paradise is better than the honey in dunya. So in dunya we don't know something better than honey. But the water that has absolutely no taste, that is nothing, in Jannah is better than the honey in dunya. And then you get the milk in Jannah. So milk is better than water, has a better taste, and if you are thirsty, well, nice, fresh, full milk is good for you. It's better than water. And then in Jannah you get the wine. Well, maybe we don't know wine. Just say juice, apple juice, orange juice, etc. All kind of nice juices. That is better tasty than milk. And then after that in Jannah you get honey. MashaAllah, honey is better than juice. So the water in paradise is better than honey in dunya, and then you get milk in paradise, and you get wine in paradise, and you get honey in paradise, and then you get other drinks that Allah Ta'ala has named to us, but we don't know what it is. It does not have anything to be compared with in dunya to understand. Tasneem, Zanjabil, Salsabil, Kafur, Kawthar. It is just nice names, but we don't have any idea of what it could be, because that is the limit of our knowledge, of our imagination. You know water, you know milk, you know juices, you know honey. What else can you know? That's all we know. So there are more things that we don't know. And this is how, this is the same wise. As for women in Jannah, the servants of 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 your wife, they are better than all you have seen and imagined on women. And every time it is something more and better. For example, the trees in Jannah. Rasulullah says, وَالْلَقَابُ قَوْسٍ فِي الْجَنَّةِ خَيْرٌ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا وَمَا فِيهَا. The surface of a bow in Jannah, half square meter in Jannah, is better than dunya and what it contains. In another hadith, وَلَمَوْضِعُ قَدَمِ أَحَدِكُمْ فِي الْجَنَّةِ خَيْرٌ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا وَمَا فِيهَا. The place of your foot in Jannah is better than dunya and what's inside. Just the place of your shoe, where you put your foot, just that surface you put your foot on in Jannah, is better than all what's in dunya. Imagine, just the dust of Jannah, just the earth, the ground of Jannah is better than all the gold and diamonds and whatever you want in dunya. And then Rasulullah says that the tree, its branches are in gold. So if the dust of Jannah is better than all the gold of dunya, how is the gold of Jannah? And then the leaves of the tree are from diamonds and rubies and sapphires and this. That is the leaves of the tree. And what is the best thing of the tree? It is the fruit. So if the ground is better than all dunya, and the branches of the tree are in gold, and the leaves are in diamonds and etc., so how much is worth that fruit? And when you desire the fruit comes to you. قُطُوفُهَا دَانِيَةٌ. Their fruits are getting closer. You just desire it, it comes in front of you. And when you take it, there are two that are coming out instead. And when you want to eat it, it will open on 70 different parts, all different colors, and each tastes better than the other. That means that when you take this fruit, you put it in your mouth, you have in your mouth more pleasure than all the pleasures of dunya added together. Imagine on earth, all people having pleasure, all different kinds of pleasures on earth. You add up all that pleasure, that's what you're eating in one mouthful in Jannah. It is better than that. To give you another example, Rasulullah said, إن الله أعد للمجاهدين في سبيل الله في الجنة 100 درجة. Allah has prepared for the mujahideen fi sabilillah, those who struggle for the path of Allah, for the religion of Allah Ta'ala, Allah has prepared 100 degrees in paradise. In the first degree, palaces are of silver, mashallah. In the second degree, palaces are of gold. In the third degree, palaces are from diamonds and pearls and this. So now we see in dunya that instead of making buildings with stones or with bricks, they start making buildings all in glass, green glass, blue glass, and that is nicer to look as if it was all walls and bricks or stones. And that makes us remember one description of houses of paradise: يُرَى ظَاهِرُهَا مِنْ بَاطِنِهَا وَبَاطِنِهَا مِنْ ظَاهِرِهَا.